What up though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I do my 10,000 steps today. Shout out to all my subscribers, new and old. I see you. You guys have come along with me for this ride to 5,000 by the end of the year. Thank you so much for the love and support y'all been giving your boy. Let me get into the topic at hand. We got Ocho and his girlfriend. It look like they splitting up. They were supposed to be getting married, right? I talked about that not too long ago. I think her name is Sharelle or something. I talked about this because I segued into it when I was doing the one video about is your girlfriend loyal, or is your woman loyal, or has she just not been tested? I kind of brought her up because I thought it was relevant to the topic. Here it is, Ocho. This is a guy that's, he still looks really good for his age because, us people of melanin tend to age pretty well if we do good with taking care of ourselves. This is a guy that is, by the definition, I guess, of high value. He would fit it, pro athlete, retired. He's on a successful podcast with Unc Shay. This is a dude that he's been successful in various different aspects of life, but not so much when it comes to romance. And he seems to have really bad judgment when it comes to picking women, because aside from dealing with this woman, he was dating this woman and he was trying to wife her. Dude proposed to her and stuff. He was trying to wife her. This is a woman who was cheating on her husband with him. And obviously he had full knowledge of this. And if she was cheating on her ex-husband with you, why would you think that if the opportunity presented itself for her to cheat on you with a guy that she deemed to be a better option than you, that she wouldn't do the same thing? It's just really odd. So, he chose this woman. He was dealing with the one chick from Basketball Wives, a really aggressive, masculine acting, loudmouth chick named Evelyn, I think. She was just really aggressive, really masculine. She just seemed like the type of person that, you just gonna have to put hands on. And I don't mean that as in him putting his hands on her. I'm talking about the show Basketball Wives, the way she would always be pressing the other chicks. I'm like, she just seemed like the type of chick that she gonna keep jumping up in these chicks' faces until they all just haul off and stomp her out somewhere. It's like she was really pressing hard to get that outcome. I was waiting for the circumstance where all of them just got tired of her and running her mouth, because it seemed like the ones that are the loudest, that talk the most, are usually the ones that are the weakest. They're the ones that suck at throwing hands, because usually people that really can handle themselves, they don't exude all that aggressiveness because they don't have to. Like, the quiet, calm demeanor of them is actually more unnerving than all that loud nonsense. It's like when you see one of them tiny dogs that's always just barking, growling at you, and then the moment you jump at them like this, they scared, jump back. That's what that reminds me of. People who do that. They just give off that sort of energy. But he's demonstrated just in those two, when it comes to women, not really being of the best in terms of thinking when it comes to choosing the women like that. It's okay to mess around with, take them with you when you're traveling and stuff, but you don't ever wife women like that. And that's why I be wondering, do these dudes be having some sort of OG in their life that can really kick game to them and tell them, son or nephew or grandson, you don't marry them types. Come on now, you never gonna have any peace. Because he sure didn't have any peace with Evelyn. He ended up getting arrested because he headbutted her. His mugshot it's still out there, very easy to find. You Google Chad Johnson mugshot, it's gonna come up. You know, he was kind of smirking or something in the mugshot, so I don't know if he was proud of what he did, but he certainly didn't seem all that bothered by what he did, to say the least. He really didn't seem all that bothered by what he did. So we skip forward to now, and they're splitting. I don't know why. I don't watch as much Nightcap as I do Club Shay Shay, but I've seen people say that now that she got a podcast, she was becoming more disrespectful to him because now she don't need him. That she was also making appearances on Nightcap regularly, even though it seemed like he didn't want her on there. Now, this is all secondhand information I've been getting. I haven't seen this stuff myself because, as I said, I really don't watch Nightcap. I'll check out the shorts for Nightcap because I just them talking about sports and stuff just really isn't that interesting to me. I like more watching the sit-down interviews that Unc Shay does. So, I mean, I'm rooting for them to be successful with it, but it's just not something that I'm that interested in, if that makes sense. But these are the things that I've been hearing, you know, secondhand, that she was being on the show more and, you know, kind of talking to him sideways. And now she got herself a podcast. And she's the one that revealed on the podcast. And this is why I think that women having a mic and a podcast setup is just a terrible idea, because they have no shame in just airing out they 304 Chronicles. And the women that are sitting up there with them never hold them accountable in any way. They be like making excuses. So she said she didn't feel like she cheated because she was like mentally checked out. And that's just BS. That's just women speak for her not wanting to seem like she was the bad guy in the situation. But he wasn't the bad guy, because by her account, he was good to her. He wasn't abusive, any of that sort of stuff. She just basically was bored with him. And Ocho turned out to be a come up, you know. So I don't know why so many of these athletes be trying to wife up the exact same type of chick. These chicks that exude 304 type behavior. These chicks that make it plainly obvious that their main interest in them is the money, what they can do for them financially. I don't know what it is about that attitude and demeanor that you then say, yes, let me wife this chick. I really don't get that. That's very confusing to me. But it happens time and time and time and time again. And if they not wifing them, they knocking them up. You know, how many times have we seen some pro athlete knocking up some IG thought who, you know, been to Dubai and all that sort of stuff? There's some meme going around that says, you know, when she don't have a job, but she's always going on vacations, and she had like a bunch of corn dogs in her mouth. And it's like, yep, that's pretty accurate, because how is she paying? How's she paying for that stuff? You know, she's not. She's not paying for it with money, that is. She's paying for it with box. But after you know that a woman done been passed around like this, she done been with different pro athletes and stuff, or just been passed around anyway, then you go marrying her. Like, let's take Gilbert Arenas. And this isn't no hate on him. I like Gilbert Arenas, you know. I rock with him when he played ball. I enjoy his podcast. But isn't he wifing that one chick, Melanie Monaco? Was she not messing with, you know, MTR a while back? So, you know, these women, this is how they move. They go from one guy with resources to another, and eventually they'll find some guy that'll be fool enough to marry them. And keep in mind, Arenas was giving game out about how guys like him in his situation with money don't have to have one chick, don't have to be faithful, all that sort of stuff. And he was saying this, and, you know, I was hearing him. I'm like, okay, yeah, you know, I can see that, because he could just walk away, because I don't need you. You know, he gonna have things this way, and you either going to accept it or, you know, you could walk. But he's in a position to do that because he has money. And I was in agreement. Like, I could see that. You really hold all the leverage because you're the former pro athlete with the now successful podcast. And so he goes from being a guy that says that sort of stuff to now wifing up a chick that done been on other content creators' profiles, been out to, you know, vacations with them and stuff like that. Man, these dudes, they be disrespecting themselves. I don't know what they be thinking, because it's like the worst type of women be the ones that they just have to wife up. And if not wife up, as I said, knock up. You know, our boy Zion Williamson, I mean, you know, he was messing with that one prawn star, and she was trying to ruin his life because, you know, he was playing her to the side. He made the announcement that he had a baby on the way, and she found out at the same time that we all found out, and she was really sour behind that. She was trying to ruin his life. She's trying to claim that he was, you know, hitting her and stuff. I mean, she had no receipts for any of this stuff that she was claiming, but she understands how Me Too works. So if you say something, and that's why I really don't like the whole believe all women thing, because it opens up for stuff like this. She knows how Me Too works. So she knows that just saying some things, she can ruin his life. So she was sparing no accusation. She was throwing all types of stuff out there. Nothing ended up coming of it, because I mean, we pretty much all could see, male and female universally, that she was just salty and just throwing anything at the wall and seeing what sticks, just trying to hurt him some sort of way financially. She even claimed, you know, she was late and he better hope she not pregnant too. Why even put yourself in that scenario, man? Messing with some super thought. It's just insane to me. You go ahead and go. At the corner, crossing. Let the Charger go ahead and go far across the street. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it, man. That was the follow-up. I was talking about our boy Ocho Cinco in that previous video about how I couldn't believe he was messing with this chick. And now, I guess he's decided he's not going to. Marrying this woman would have been a mistake. I mean, he probably would have took care of his finances, you know, had some ironclad prenup. But that's still not guaranteed, because some of these chicks, they'll fight the prenup. You know, if you had her sign it within 6 months of getting married, she'll try to fight it, claiming that she signed it under duress, and she will have a case. You know, it's a really slippery slope. When these women show you their intentions, they're in it for the money, their interest in you is for the money. When they making it obvious, they not even trying to hide the fact that if you didn't have power, money, and resources, they would not be messing with you. Believe them. They can't be doing nothing in the bedroom that's that amazing that you're gonna just throw away all your common sense and walk down the aisle with these chicks. That is just wild, man. Shout out to fathers, man, keeping your sons on the straight and narrow and giving them game so that they not making silly mistakes like this. Now, I'm not saying that by any means that Ocho didn't have his father around. I don't know that. I'm just saying that is typically a father's job, is to keep his son on the straight and narrow and not let him get involved in this goofy stuff, not let him get exploited by some chick looking for a come up. But I'm gonna leave this there. You guys, let me know what you think as always. Appreciate y'all connecting with me. Thumbs up this video, subscribe. I'm gonna holler at y'all soon. Peace.